right. Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of the mini journal folio, trifolio. I think that's what we're calling it. I filmed part 1. Now I just got myself a cup of coffee. Take a little sip. And we are set for part 2. So we're going to do this side because if you remember right, we're going to put this, our little mini signature in here. So we're going to do something here. So let's start with another, let's just start with the big one here. We'll start with another one of our bases, and we made this one a top pocket. So let's make this one a side pocket. But before we do that, let's figure out what we're going to put on here, because I wanted to do one of the smaller envelopes. So let's do that. Let's see. Should we put it as a fold out? Yes, let's do that. And but we've got to put something underneath it. So we've got some of these. We've got, oh, I bet one of these will fit really good. These are just about as wide, yeah. So let's make that like a tuck spot. We'll put that as a tuck spot, and then we'll put this to go over it. Let's do that. And then that whole thing will be a side pocket here as well. Yeah, and then we'll figure out what to do up there and on the back of this. But first, let's do this. So let's see. First, I got to glue this down. If you're joining me right now and you're like, what in the world is she doing? Because I don't know what she's doing, or where did we start this? I'll link the first part of this video down in the description box. So I'm going to put this all the way in the corner, like a true tuck spot, kind of edge of the page tuck spot kind of. So I'll put the first video where we made this part. I just got glue on there, but that's okay. The kits that I'm using are from Tracie Fox. I know I said that before. Okay, so then I'm going to glue just the flap of that envelope. Let's see, and I'm going to try and kind of just center it around that. So I'm going to glue the flap on, and then that you just won't see that because that'll be a tuck spot. So let's put some glue on just the flap. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of try and line that up, and I'm going to fold it down like this and then press, because otherwise if I go like this and glue it down right to the edge, this won't lay flat. So I want it to lay flat. I got to give it a little extra space there. And I'm going to come back here and smooth it down. Okay, so there's that. Then before I glue it down, let's make a plan. Let's do, because if we do a side, let's do one of these little guys, because we did one down here. So maybe let's put another one up here, like a pocket. Oh, we're going to put something in that tuck though, so we'll put it up a little higher. And then we can just make a small little tag to go in there. And then let's see. Oh, we did a quote down here, so let's maybe do another quote on this side. How's about? So if we do that, once this is glued down, that can be a pocket. We can make that a little pocket for some more of those cutesy little tags. And then let's put Let's put a floral, like in yellow. Let's put that on that side of the envelope, and then we'll put something in this envelope. And we could maybe even make this like a tuck. It would have to go on, let's see, on this side, yeah. Okay, it's a plan. So we're just gonna go with it. So I think I can glue this down, right? And glue that down. Should I put a notch? Nah, we don't need a notch. We don't need no stinking notch. We're just gonna go for it. All right, so we'll have one big, so the goal, again, in case you forgot from last time, you got a little extra there, is to just layer up. We're just making up as many scenarios as we can in which things can tuck in sideways and flip out and flip up and be pockets on top of envelopes. So there we go. So now this flips out. We can put something in there. Oh, I bet one of these cards will fit perfect in there. Let's go with this little, let's see, will it fit perfect? Yes, it will. Okay, then we need something to go in this tuck spot. Let's move these. These are our pieces for up above, but I've got some of these taggy pieces here. We could maybe cut down. Let's see. I don't want to use the purple one because purple, that's too much purple. Let's go with this one because we could cut it down. We're not going to lose much if we cut some of this off the bottom. So let's see, how far do we want to go? Maybe there. Right, okay. And then trim some off. I don't want to trim off this side because that's the butterfly, so I can lose some off of this side and that'll be fine because we'll still have the full picture there, full image. Perfect. Okay, now let's like round the corners a little bit. Somebody's grilling outside. You know that smell when your neighbors are grilling like burgers or something and it smells fantastic? That's happening right now in my neighborhood. Last night we were having a fire and then our neighbors right behind us started a fire and then you could see smoke from other yards. We were all having fires. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous night for it. Boy, I tell you what. Okay, so that's good. However, I feel like, you know, like look at that. It needs a word right there, furrow. Okay, let's go for another word. What speaks to me here? Integrity. Woofda. That's a good one. That speaks to me. Faux show. Okay, I'm just trimming the edges down a little bit. Then I'm just going to use the little bit of ink left on my dauber dealy. Yep, because I think that will just, yeah, yep, it needs to go there. And of course it needs some cheesecloth. Duh. Okay. And that's of course going to be too long, but that's okay because I'll just trim the edge. I'm going to leave it over the edge slightly. Okay. Integrity. Okay, and then I'm going to just trim the edge of that off. And I'm going to fray a few little pieces of the stuff, mostly because, I mean, well, twofold, it looks cool, but it's going to fray itself anyway, so we might as well do it now so it doesn't get stuck on stuff later, right? Am I right? Okay, now let's go with this pocket deal. I'm going to come like that. Yeah, I was just thinking, did I need to do anything before I glue this down? But I don't think I do. So we're going to put this on. Like so. This is the other nice thing about this is the more layers of stuff you glue on, like if you get something a little like off kilter, you just don't even notice. By the time you've got like 18 layers going, you won't even notice that. Okay, let's put this in here, and then this will go there like that. Yeah, okay, yep, because the word's on that side. So we're going to make this into a pocket too, so I'm just going to do the sides and bottom like that. And what did I say? This side. Okay, so we have pocket we need to make something for. Pocket, we'll put some of the little baby tags in. This tuck spot has this tag. Oh, perfect. I like how that looks. This we're going to put here, and we'll make it a side tuck. So we want to glue on the sides. Okay, I'm going to make it go over to the edge. I'm making it go to this edge so I have a little more space. Okay, so we've got that tuck. Well, pocket, that's more of a pocket. Okay. Yep, so we need something to go in there. So now we're going to go back to our, oh, we need a tall. This is the scrap of what we made this tag out of. That could be our tall tag right there. Yep, we could do that. And maybe we'll put, ooh, we'll have to see. I was gonna say, sorry if it's loud, guys. My windows are open because it's gorgeous. But motorcycles are out because it's gorgeous. And it sounds like our neighbors are doing some sort of work on their house across the street. Or something. Some sort of equipment going. And so let me see if I can see, but I can't see. Thought I could spy. Okay. You know, just for the sake of fun, let's just put a little, I think we need a little flower on there. Just so that when you pull it out, you see some pretties. Now, I would make this into a tuck and put another tuck, but at some point we're going to get too fat here and we just can't, you know, like at some point we got to stop ourselves because otherwise we won't be able to close this thing. So this one, instead of being functional, will just have to exist just to be pretty. And I'm going to put it at an angle because I can, like that. And then we're going to collage a word on there because plentiful, because it needs a word. These words, I think I told you this in the last kit, but these words, And these flowers are from Tracie Fox's kit, Character Trait Florals. It's a great little kit, like a little add-on. Normally I would put, whoa, some cheesecloth behind that, except for it's got a tuck, so we don't want cheesecloth inhibiting its ability to slide in and out. Okay. I'm gonna go like this, make sure we get all those corners stuck down really good. Okay, and then let's see, could we put a tab, one of the baby tabs on here? Or is that gonna stick out too far? Because, come on. If we put one on, it would be kind of nice because it signifies that this is gonna be an open, you know, like there's a thing back here. But I wanna see, yep, it's gonna go too far. So we sadly cannot have a tab on there. So there's you just have to know that there's something back here. But you know, at this point you should know that there's something in everything. So, all right, so we're gonna use this cute little green tag up here. And then we need the purple one. We didn't have the little baby purple flowers. Okay, then we need something for here and something for here. So let's just go to our blank these. Is that gonna fit? It's gonna be a little too wide. So let's see, I'm gonna figure out how deep do I want it first. Like there. That's my very scientific thumbnail measurement trick that I just used. Oops, that's not quite straight. I am not the goodest at the cutting off of the little, there we go. Okay, we can put a tab on this one though, but we need to make it shorter. The cutting of the straight lines when I'm doing this kind of stuff, oh my goodness, not a super good at this. But see, we can put a tab on that one because it can stick out. It's got a little ways. So, but of course we're going to round some corners because everything looks cutest with some roundy corners. Plus it just slides in and out of things easier. And we're going to quick ink. I'm doing quick inking on this thing because I'm not trying to get like a heavy ink edge like I do sometimes. And then now we can use our cute little blue tabby guy. So we'll put this on the edge of it. Okay, on this edge here. Right there. Actually, I want to avoid those numbers a little bit because they're cute. I'm going to see those numbers. So we'll go right there. Okay, so that'll slide in here. Yup. We've got something in there. We've got something behind there. Now we just need one tag for up here. So again, we can use the same cutoff piece, but we're gonna only want it like that wide. Do you guys do this? Do you just freehand cut like this? Sometimes, all the time, never. Ooh, what if we fold it over? What if we fold it over and make a little Her Melinda tag? I think it'll fit in there. Let's see. It does want to get hung up on the back side of this, but you can maneuver it. Yes, okay, let's do this. Let's, again, round those corners, and then let's turn it into a little tag. at the top. This is called Make It Up As You Go. Sometimes I have a whole plan, and sometimes I do it like this. Both are equally fun. Okay. You can't forget to do the inside. I just feel like when we're working in this really faded pastel like this, when I've got layers of pastels on top of other pastels, I feel like it needs ink on it almost to kind of show you the edges of things, to bring out the edges of the shapes and stuff, because otherwise it gets really, like, it kind of can get lost into, especially some of these lighter ones. Okay, so we put every pockets in pocket. We got something in this pocket, we got something in this, we got our little baby tags. Let's make sure we didn't glue them in. Nope, we're good. We got tuck spot and something in there. All right, look, we've got two sides of our little flippy guy done. Now we're gonna put our signature in, but before we do our signature here, we're going to, let's put something on the back side. We don't want anything super bulky at this point, but I think it, you know, I cannot just leave it like that. So let's look. Let's look. Does this fit? Ooh, just perfectly. So we'll use this and we'll just make a big tag. That's what we're gonna do. It'll be flat enough that it's not gonna bulk it up even more, but it will be something on the back side. Because, you know, this is kind of like a little folder folio thing, so we're trying to stick a bunch of tags and ephemera and bits in addition to our little mini journal. Sorry, I have to get quiet when I line things up. Okay, there we go. I suppose I didn't have to glue it on all sides. I could have left it a tuck, but oh well. I did it. It's done. Okay, so now we need a tag to go in there. So back to our stack O, and we're gonna have to cut it down. So let's cut off a good, like, 1/2 inch probably on the side here, and we'll see what that gets us. Does that get us all the way down in there? Looks like it. Perfecto. What are we gonna do? Round the corners. Should we make it a tag on top? No, let's put another one of those little definition label things from the florals kit. How about to zhuzh up the top, to jazz it up a bit. But first, see what I'm saying? This is so light that if you put it in there against this background without inking the edge, it just almost gets lost. So this way it kind of gives it a little defined edge. This way it gives it a little bit of a defined edge, so now you can actually see that there's something in there and it doesn't just get lost. Yeah, okay, so then how about like one of these guys. We don't need to be perfect to do good deeds in the world, but we need to be sincere in our efforts. Right there. Yes, ma'am. But you know what it needs? A little bit of cheesecloth. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Stay. You know, pastels are not usually my thing. My favorite colors are usually like dark jewel tone types of things. And I'm sure I'm going to have to do some of that after this just to, you know, get my fill of it. Because my last scrap journals that I just did were like really pastel-y and kind of springy, and now this is extremely pastel. However, I must say, I do think this is quite cheerful and pretty. I mean, look at how cutesy that is. Okay, I'm gonna put my pin back in my glue. Now we've got that. Now let's put our signature in. You have a couple of options here. You could sew it in, right? However, because this is not that much paper, and I should have thought of this. Yes, I should have thought of this. Hold on a second. I gotta grab my clips. All right, we've got our clips. Should have grabbed those out before. But what I'm gonna do is, instead of sewing, I am going to staple my signature in. But in order to do that, because I want to get it right in the middle of this spine the best I can, so I am going to get my signature all lined up, and then I'm going to line the fold up on the top and on the bottom, the center little fold there. And I'm going to clip it to my trifolio. Down here, down here. Okay, so that should be in on my trifolio. It should be about, now there's probably no way that you're going to be able to see what I'm looking at here, but I'm looking at the crease against the middle of this thing, and I'm kind of eyeballing it just to make sure that I'm in the center, because I'm going to be blind stapling from the other side. Let me grab my stapler. So I'm going to be blind stapling because, you know, when you staple, it'd be easier to do it this way because I could see exactly the middle of the fold, but then you'd end up with the like raggedy parts on the outside, and I want the nice finished edge out here. So this is not for the week of heart. We're just going to go for it though. Here's what I suggest is that each stapler, like on, you know, it doesn't come out right at the edge. So if you line your edge up with this top part, then you're going to get a staple in the wrong spot, and we want it to go exactly in the middle as close as we can. So I suggest practice stapling to see, you know, where about at the front of your stapler does your staple come out when you staple. Okay, so I see that it goes like, can I show you this? Are you getting what I'm trying to say here? So I staple, and then let's look. I can see that it doesn't come out right at the edge. It comes out in the middle of this thing. Now, I know this because I've put a little dent in there before, like with my awl. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna line up, make sure I'm, you know, straight this way, and then I'm going to take a deep breath and put in a staple. Oh, not bad. Now we just have to somehow magically make two more go in that same area. Oh, and then I always forget to do this, and then I end up with a loose staple. Okay. We're gonna line up-ish. Oh, so far we're doing pretty good. Okay, now let's put this one back here. Okay, watch. This is always the one that I don't, you know, like you get the first two in and you're like, yeah, we're doing great. And then this, but it's not going to happen. It didn't. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Chuck those back across my desk to the other side. That's, ooh, 2 for 4. Woo, 3 for 4. And she goes for the final championship off the back, but it made it in. I'm good at shooting hoops in my... Perfect! Okay. You guys, isn't this so cute so far? Look at this. Okay, so we've got our signature in. Let me throw my stapler over here. Well, not throw, let's place. That would be loud. We've got our cutesy little polka dotty signature in. We've got pockets upon pockets and flips and envelopes and tucks and things. Now, let's see, where are we at? You know what? We're at 31 minutes. What we have to do left is decorate our signature. Put something here because, you know, that cannot just be like that. It calls for some things. And then do some sort of decoration to the front and figure out a closure. So that's enough. That's enough fodder. That's enough steps for part 3. So that's what we're going to do. So here's where we're at. Super cute. Soups adorbs. We're going to come back for a part 3 and finish this guy up. Why am I calling it a guy? This is clearly a lovely lady, a springy lady. Okay, guys, I will see you again very shortly for part 3 of the folio, I already forgot what the heck we're calling this thing. This fun little projecto. So I will see you guys again very soon. Take care. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whatever time it is on whatever side of the planet that you live on. And until then, I will see you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye, guys.